Howdy folks, so today for our weekly tech tip we are looking at Canva. Now some of you might know it, some of you may not. If you're not using Canva, you really should be. It's an amazing program that lets you do tons of great design. I am not talented whatsoever in graphic design, but I make things that are passable using Canva. I find it quite helpful. So the first thing you're going to want to do is create an education account. It can be straightforward for some people not as much, but you have to send some proof that you are an educator. So like send a picture of your teaching license or something like that to Canva, and then they'll approve you for the educational account. The educational account allows you to do everything you would do in a paid account, but for free. So I highly recommend doing it. It's great for creating your own things for the classroom, and once your students get on there, they'll have access to those pro things as well. So you'll land on here. You'll see that you can create docs, whiteboards, presentations, social media posts, videos, websites, almost anything you want. I use it for students to use for presentations, to create infographics. It's great for like Earth Day to create an ad that promotes one aspect of keeping the Earth safe. And so let's check out presentations. Without much extra effort, you can create really nice presentations. I've had students that use it for their presentations, and they look very sharp, they're very well done and very polished. So for any sort of presentation you want to do, you can use this up here and use 5+ words to describe your design, and it'll create templates for you, or it'll show you some of the templates they already have that you can then edit and change to make your own. So I'm going to say science, tech. So here we have a whole bunch of different kind of styles, and if you find something you like, you can take it. There's tons of different templates, so you can click on them. It shows you a bit of what they have in there. This one has like a lot of moving parts and video, so this is for a video. And you can see here where it says edu, this means you can use it with your free ed. So the edu there. Normally you'd have to pay to use something like this, but because you have an ed account, you can use it. So you can customize this template if you like it, or you can kind of start from scratch depending on how much you want to get into it. So you load up and they give you the first slide there. If you look, you can see all the other slides going down the side here. So you can hit apply all 11 pages, and I'll just throw them in the timeline, and you can go in and move them around or delete some out if you don't like them. You can always check what it looks like. There's lots of good transitions. So this is all about, obviously, the scientific method. Now, you can delete out those words and change it around if you want. But let's just look at another style. So I like this. This is kind of a fun-looking presentation. I like the style of it. So let's customize this. So now you can, put whatever you want as your title. Okay, and then I see this little guy down here, so this cool little whistling earth guy, I like his vibe, so I'm going to put that in there. Cool earth guy. But obviously you'd be filling this in with information for your course, or your students would be putting in if they're creating a presentation with this. There's a lot of cool things you can do with this. So once we're in here, you'll see there's this elements tab. This elements tab you can use, there's thousands and thousands of different elements. So say you wanted some science elements. You look it up, there's graphics, there's photos, there's videos, all of which you're able to use. So you can see I would obviously kind of scope in more what you want it to do. So maybe I like these little beakers here. I'm gonna throw those on there. This is a cool kind of science vibe background. Maybe you don't see something you want in here. It actually has a built-in image generator, like an AI image generator. So you can go back to all, or on the side here, you can go all the way down to Imagen. So I just wrote a retro smiling cartoon dog in a field. Maybe I want him, hopefully it'll generate something in the same vibe as our little friendly Earth. So then it takes a moment. It'll generate your image that you can throw right into your presentation. So boom, here we go. We have our friendly dog. So what if we like this dog, but we want to kind of edit our image a bit more? There are tons of image editing options and some really neat smart tools as well. So let's edit this photo. And we start off, there's a few neat things right here. There's magic edit, there's grab text, magic expand. So like if you click magic expand, you can build the image out. So I just hit magic expand and it'll actually add on to the image. You can see you can change what the edges of the grass look like. So background remover is really cool. I know a lot of you have seen remove.bg, but this one has a built-in one that's pretty good. I don't know how well it'll work with this dog and the grass, but it did a pretty good job. It got rid of the background and we just keep the dog here. So that's pretty neat. I'm going to keep the background for now. So there we go. Because I want to show you, we have magic edit, which is really awesome. So maybe I erase this top part. And then so I select that top part, and then I go to continue. Then I describe what I want to add or change. So I want him to have a winter hat. So then we'll generate. Now I should have specified it should be cartoon because it created like a realistic looking winter's hat. But I like that one. So now, so you can actually add into any photos you put in here. Magic eraser is really neat because you can erase certain parts. So maybe, I don't want him to have a nose. You can erase it and it'll get rid of the black spot and then leave the background in there. So there's tons of different tools you can use just to edit photos. An editor note here. Let's say you have an image that like this, it is all one picture, okay? So all the words are actually on the photo, so you can't do anything with it. There is one really neat thing that I kind of glossed over. If we go into edit photo, this grab text button will lift all of that text off of an image. So if it can recognize it as text, it'll actually take it off the image, but leave the background there. So I'll show you what I mean. So if you want to use this kind of template, but you didn't like what it said, you just hit that button and you can go in and change everything. So now all of a sudden, all of this is editable, or you can delete it or move it around, and you'll see that it left behind everything else. So this magic text is really great. And see these little artifacts that are left there, if you just use that magic erase, you can get rid of them pretty easily. Now back to the video. Magic grab, you can actually remove him from the background, so it keeps the background there, but it creates like, it splits a picture into two parts. So now I can move the dog within the frame or even out of here. So that's really neat. Then you have your regular like different filters. You can change the color and the style and the vibe, and then add shadows. So there we created some depth with a little drop shadow there. So there's tons you can do in here. Between all the elements, and then you can see all the different types of text that they already have here, which are really useful. They also have tons of fonts that you can use throughout. So really the possibilities are endless, and you get access to all of this for free, and so do your students. So I would really suggest checking out. So I'm going to get into a couple examples of things that I've made. I make all of my YouTube thumbnails on here. They look kind of professional, but they're really quick, so I'll show you a sped up version of that. And you can really explore all the different types of things. You can make logos. I made this little GIF logo on my profile here. I can show you how I did that as well. So check out Canva if you haven't before, and make sure you get an education account. It can be a little annoying, but once you get it, it's really, really worth it. All right, so I'm going to create a thumbnail. Alrighty, folks. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.